Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Laira and I'm from Sman 19 Garut, and I proudly support the proposition of this motion is this house would abolish primary and middle school years that group children based on age and instead group them by competency and intelligence. Okay, as you know, education is one of the crucial aspects in shaping the future of the younger generation. Grouping students based on age has been a standard practice in many education systems worldwide, including primary and middle schools. While this approach has its advantages, it is increasingly viewed as ineffective in today's rapidly changing the world. Grouping based solely on age can lead to disparities in competency progress. Just because individuals share the same age doesn't mean their cognitive abilities are identical. Some people may feel left behind and experience excessive pressure because others judge them as incapable solely because others have reached a certain point. In the context of the motion above, competence can be described as the combination of training, skills, experience, and knowledge that possessed by a student. It includes how well students can master the subject matter, their understanding of concept thoughts, and their ability to apply that knowledge in real-life situations. In other words, competency is a measure of an individual's academic abilities in a specific subject. Meanwhile, intelligence has been defined in many ways, like the capacity for abstraction, logic, understanding, self-awareness, learning, emotional thinking, and problem solving. It can be described as the ability to perceive or infer information and to retain it as knowledge to be applied toward adaptive behaviors within an environment or context. Competency and intelligence vary from person to person. Someone lagging behind in this regard will affect those who are more advanced in their thinking and competence. Therefore, I support this motion that is, this house will abolish primary and middle school years that group children based on age and instead group them by competency and intelligence. The issue in this motion lies in the current where school service, especially in academics, are quite poor. Many teachers, when a single class or group students solely based on age with a mix of abilities and intelligence among them. Dominant teachers tend to pay attention only to the smart students, whether they are chosen to answer questions, consistently praise, and so on. As a result, many students with lower competencies or intelligence level do not receive the same academic attention, which is detrimental in the long run. Furthermore, many students in the same age group may have balanced intelligence levels, making it difficult for them to adapt or grow academically. For example, in the middle school, students with lower intelligence often struggle to keep up with their peers who have higher intelligence, even though the demands are the same. This can be challenging and stressful for the student, hindering their learning progress. On the other hand, students with high intelligence may also face difficulties in adapting. They may need peers who can engage in meaningful discussion at their level of intelligence, or other forms of intellectual stimulation. Consequently, the academic development of these students considered intelligent may also suffer. Additionally, many individuals with lower intelligence tend to overly depend on those with higher intelligence, which doesn't allow them to develop their own abilities. This dependence can have negative consequences for their future prospects, as they constantly rely on the others. Therefore, my goal for this motion is to support the motion to ensure that all students receive equal, fair, and quality academic service, enabling them to develop according to their competencies and intelligence levels. Some points of arguments that are impacts of the motion are: first, unlocking full potential; second, addressing delays; and third, preparation for the real world. For the first argument, we're gonna take by a study conducted by Stanford University indicates that grouping students based on competence and intelligence has a positive impact on academic achievement. The result of this study shows that students grouped by competence and intelligence can learn more quickly and efficiently, enabling them to reach their full potential. It's important to remember that the development of each individual's potential takes varying amounts of time, and grouping based on intelligence and ability can help every student achieve their maximum potential. Secondly, the motion can help address individuals who are lagging behind in competence and intelligence. Similar competence and intelligence level assist them in performing tasks independently, boosting their self-confidence as they occupy equivalent position. Moreover, it fosters greeters, openers with their peers, as they feel they are on a more level playing field. This division can also serve as a motivation for them to catch up with others. Thirdly, this approach can help them in facing the future job market. It can reflect the demands of the job market where individuals are evaluated based on their abilities and performance, not just their age or just experience alone. So if the opposition team argues that removing age grouping and focusing more on intelligence grouping will create an imbalance in student learning outcomes, with some becoming overconfident and others lacking confidence, I can explain that this won't necessarily be happen because the key point is that the focus on individual learning development will be much better in their own classroom or learning environment. So that will not gonna happen. Competition will be more balanced. Students who are considered lower in intelligence will have the opportunity to receive recognition for their achievement when they reach that level eventually. This is a positive aspect as it motivates them, leading to a much improved learning process. So, I agree with this motion that this problem can be solved with this motion can do. Some solution mechanism that I can give. First, primary school children be mentally prepared before being separated 1 until 4 class. They are often good mental preparation to be strong at the time of class separation according to competence. Second, during the separation, there will be monitoring and there will be periodic diagnostic tasks to find out how mentally each child is. 3. Providing periodic motivation to keep children consistent and even improve their abilities and competencies. And 4. Provision of facilities for various abilities for all classes in order to develop their competencies and abilities. So, in closing, I demonstrated that unlocking full potential, addressing delays, and preparation for the real world is impacts of the motion. I believe that by supporting this motion, we can taking a step in the right direction for ensure that all students receive equal, fair, and quality academic service, enabling them to develop according to their competencies and intelligence levels. Thank you.